Right, Shalom. Call La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakak Wadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew for the one true name, Yahweh, and that Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, being Yahushua. Those are the only names given among man whereby ye may be saved, point blank period, man. I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Grand Millstone. And a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations to all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential to the elect out there doing the best, make the calling of your election sure. Lord willing, is edifying, man. All right, and this is a lesson that I've been, wanting to speak on for a little bit, in regards to the charagma, the mark of the beast, man. So let's go ahead and grab that before we go further with this lesson. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. And I'll just go ahead and get straight to the point, man. Verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Right? So, hey, at the end of the day, man, modern religion has taught us that, the spiritual demon Satan is going to get up, people are going to worship him, and he's going to set up some sort of image, statue, if you will, that's going to be praised and worshipped on his behalf, man. But that is retarded, man. You see, we're approaching the digital age, man. Nobody's going to worship a goddamn statue. All right, this is not ancient Babylon. They're not going to worship the ancient Babylonian statue. No, you see, it's talking about this nation. You see, it's talking about the powers that be, right? And how this devil, who is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan that prophecy said would lead the earth in these times and basically make slaves out of all of us, right? And fatten his pockets, line his pockets with our debt, right? That this devil's going down, man. He's approaching his time, you see? But what will be done before he goes down? Hey, he's going to cause the whole world to worship him, man, right? To worship his image. Right, which again isn't no physical image that he's going to set up. It's going to solidify how this worship will take place, proceeding into verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." We'll grab that word mark here in a little bit, right? But it goes into that word charagma, meaning an etching or incision, right? Something that you get. It's not just a stamp, if you will. All right, it's something that, gets implemented into you, you see? And we know we're now approaching this age of, the brain chips and these particular things, right? Which, again, is a prophecy, man. Because, this has been prophesied about for decades, man. Right? Before the chip was on your card. Before you were even using your card, man. When we were just using cash. This is what the Spirit had revealed to the elders, man, to the brothers, man. You see, and now we're living in, we're seeing it come to pass, man. Right? And if you do or don't know what's going on the whole C-hip scene, man. All right, you had Taiwan. Taiwan has a huge C-hip factory, man. A huge factory. Where they create these things, you see, and Babylon is terrified of China getting a hold of that, man. You see, Babylon is terrified of China getting taken over that plant. So what they've done is they created another one, a mirror image of it, out in Babylon, man. All right. In Arizona, right? I've actually seen where this is going down. You see, and so they're building that one, and then they also have the biggest one in the in the world, right? Which is Intel, right? They also have Intel, and Intel, you had Project Microchip Warp Speed is what they're calling it. And this is all known knowledge. You can look all this up, man. All right, that's what they called it. The Project Microchip Warp Speed. You see, and the whole idea of it was to put a mass production of these microchips out, right? But Biden left office, Donald Trump came in, and Donald Trump went and stopped the funding and sent all his funding towards that Taiwan place, right? Which, you know, this guy, this Edomite, you know, he knows business, right? So, you know, he probably did that to, you know, fund the cheaper expansion, so to speak, the cheaper C-hip production factory, right? But the interesting thing about it, man, right? I mean, because of course work continued. You know, work continues at all these places, but you know, when Esau comes and dumps money into it like that, you know, there's a reason for it. And what you had was Elon Musk then came in, and you know, he had the option, man. I mean, you know, this devil has money. He could build his own chip production factory, right? But that'll take years, man. And this devil don't have years. He said he don't have 5 years to build a factory, man. So what he did is he went into Intel. He partnered with Intel, and now they're building out all. They're gonna start a mass production of these things, man. Right. Meanwhile, you have, you know, Donald Trump setting up the putting all names, right, all eligible names into a system for the draft, starting here in December, man. So, hey, things are heating up, man. The stage is being set, right, and especially with this C-hip, man. This is one of the biggest prophecies to take place, man. We know once that devil starts implementing that thing, hey, our Lord's gonna come back and defend us from this devil, man. Right? So, hey, bring it, Esau. At the end of the day, man, we have faith in the one true power, the one true living power, man. All right. Well, let's go ahead and continue now. Verse 17, it says, "And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So you ain't gonna, this thing is gonna basically stop you from being able to operate within the society, man. If you can't buy or sell, what is you doing here? You know, you can't even the homeless got the opportunity to buy and sell. So you're gonna be at a worse case than them, right? And ultimately these devils are gonna put hands on you, man. Right? We saw a small example of what's going to happen with the COVID-19, man. Right? We saw a small example, right, with how things were pushed on us on a mandatory level, man. You see, but call Allah how by Shemi Shai, brother stood strong, man. The Lord will stand strong through this through the real thing. You see, but I wanted to grab that word mark. All right, and what you see here, right, this is a Strong's Concordance. It's not no regular dictionary, man. It's a biblical dictionary, right? That's going to go into the root of these words. All right, what's that word mark, man? Word.
Strong's G 5480 Charagma.
So it goes into the word karagma, right? The Greek word karagma, meaning what? A stamp, an imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand, the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. So you're gonna be badged, man, as Esau's follower, man. Esau's pet, Esau's dog, if you will. It says the mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, sculptured, graven work of idolatrous images. And this is going into the actual definition of the root word. Right? It says a scratch or etching. You see, a scratch or etching, man. So something that, you know, gets etched into you. It even goes a step further, man, right? into that root word, and it goes into to sharpen to a point, right? Scratching a stake by implication, a palisade, a rampart, military mound for circumvallation in a siege, right? So let's look at that. We'll see what the palisade is, right? Which is basically like a point or a stake, if you will, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a stout, high-fenced, made and sharpened stakes or posts driven into the ground, historically used for defense or to enclose an area. So these stakes, man, right? This represent what? A point, right? Hey, they're gonna put those things in you, man, right? And we've already seen now history line right up along with prophecy, man. Right, they're over here putting these things in your brain, and again, now this devil just, partnered up with the world's biggest microchip factory, man. This devil partnered up with them. So get ready, man. Get ready to see this thing hit a mandatory level. Get ready to see all these fucking idiots that took that got fooled the last time when we told them not to take a certain thing, and they did, man. And now look at them over here all fucked up, man. So just wait. You didn't listen then, man. If you don't listen now, it's your ass. All right. The Lord is coming, man. The Lord is coming. Right, and it tells us right here what's going to take place if you do take that charagma, man. Right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 14. And verse 11. It says, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name." You see? So, hey, you're through, man. You're through. You've been warned. Right? I want to go into this word worship real quick before we close it out, man. Alright. Hey, again, what I say? Man, hey, you're getting marked as Esau's pet. Esau's dog. Right? It says, goes into this word, proskino, and it says, meaning to kiss like a dog licking his master's hand, to fawn or crouch, literally or figuratively, prostrate oneself in homage, do reverence, adore, worship. So again, we're not talking about you actually praying to this devil, right? To the powers that be, to the Edomite power structure, right? But you're going to worship him and taking the charagma and marking yourself as his pet, man. You see, and again, get ready to see these things be brought out on a heavy level, man. Because this devil just partnered up with these guys, man. And they push out thousands of chips per hour, man. So, hey, it ain't going to be no joke, man. It ain't going to be no joke. These They got the stage set, man. Things are ready. You see? So Lord willing, we continue to endure. Lord willing, we continue to stand strong, man, because the devil's working on the left-hand side, man. All right? But we are on the right. So with that being said, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakwadash, double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect out there doing the best to make the calling of your election sure. Shalom wa abad babal.